Balochistan, Pakistan's largest province, is a land embroiled in conflict. For decades, it has been the stage for a protracted insurgency fueled by a complex web of historical grievances, socio-economic disparities and political marginalization. The Baloch people, who've long inhabited this resource-rich but underdeveloped region, demand greater autonomy and control over their destiny. They accuse the Pakistani state of exploiting their land and resources while denying them basic rights and development. The Balochistan insurgency is not a monolithic entity. It is a multifaceted struggle with various factions and ideologies vying for influence. However, at its core lies a deep-seated resentment against the Pakistani state and a yearning for self-determination. This struggle has claimed countless lives, displaced thousands, and cast a long shadow over the region's stability and prosperity. The Balochistan insurgency poses a significant challenge to Pakistan's internal security and territorial integrity. It has also become increasingly intertwined with regional geopolitics, with accusations of foreign involvement adding another layer of complexity to the conflict. Understanding the roots of the Balochistan insurgency is crucial for comprehending the volatile dynamics of this strategically important region. The Baloch people's struggle for their rights is a story of resilience, resistance, and unfulfilled aspirations. It is a story that deserves to be heard and understood, for it holds profound implications not only for Pakistan but also for the wider region. The year 2024 witnessed a dramatic escalation of violence in Balochistan, with the Balochistan Liberation Army, or BLA, carrying out a series of deadly attacks that shook the nation. In August, coordinated assaults targeted security forces, infrastructure projects and civilians, leaving a trail of devastation and despair. One of the deadliest incidents occurred on a highway, where at least 23 people, including laborers from Punjab, were brutally executed. This attack, along with others on police stations, military bases and railway lines, highlighted the BLA's growing capacity to inflict damage and spread terror. The August attacks were not isolated incidents. They were strategically timed to coincide with the 18th anniversary of the death of Akbar Khan BTI, a revered Baloch nationalist leader. This deliberate act of symbolism underscores the BLA's determination to keep the spirit of resistance alive and to avenge what they perceive as historical injustices. The BLA's choice of targets reveals its multifaceted agenda. Attacks on security forces demonstrate their continued resolve to challenge the Pakistani state militarily. The targeting of infrastructure projects, particularly those linked to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or CPEC, reflects their opposition to what they view as economic exploitation by Pakistan and China. The death of Akbar Khan BTI in 2006 remains a pivotal moment in the history of the Balochistan insurgency. BTI, a tribal chieftain and former governor of Balochistan, was a vocal critic of the Pakistani government's policies in the region. He accused Islamabad of marginalizing the Baloch people, plundering their resources and suppressing their cultural identity. BTI's death, which occurred during a military operation ordered by then-President Pervez Musharraf, ignited widespread protests and fueled separatist sentiments in Balochistan. Many Baloch perceived his killing as an assassination and a symbol of the state's brutality against their people. BTI's legacy continues to resonate deeply within Baloch society. He is revered as a martyr and a symbol of Baloch resistance against state oppression. His name is invoked by Baloch nationalists as a rallying cry for independence and self-determination. The anniversary of his death is commemorated annually with protests and demonstrations, serving as a reminder of the unresolved grievances that fuel the insurgency. The Pakistani government's handling of the BTI case remains a source of controversy and resentment. Critics argue that the military operation that led to his death was disproportionate and fueled the cycle of violence in Balochistan. BTI's death serves as a stark reminder of the deep-seated mistrust and animosity between the Baloch people and the Pakistani state. The Balochistan Liberation Army, once primarily composed of tribesmen fighting for traditional notions of autonomy, has undergone a significant transformation in recent years. The organization has evolved, attracting a new generation of recruits from diverse backgrounds, including educated middle-class professionals, students, and women. This shift in demographics reflects a broader trend within the Baloch nationalist movement, as the struggle for self-determination resonates increasingly with urban populations and younger generations. The BLA's appeal has also been bolstered by the perceived failures of successive Pakistani governments to address the Baloch people's grievances through peaceful means. The involvement of women in the BLA is particularly noteworthy. Once confined to support roles, women are now taking up arms and participating in combat operations. This shift is partly attributed to the growing number of women directly affected by the conflict, including those who have lost family members in military operations or enforced disappearances. The evolving composition of the BLA presents new challenges for the Pakistani state. The organization's growing sophistication, coupled with its ability to recruit from a wider pool of potential supporters, makes it a more formidable and unpredictable adversary. The Baloch Yakyeti Committee, or BYC, is a significant organization within the Balochistan insurgency. Formed to unite various factions, the BYC aims to create a cohesive front for the Baloch cause. Over the years, it has played a crucial role in coordinating efforts and amplifying the voices of the Baloch people. The committee's influence extends beyond Balochistan, reaching international platforms to garner support and raise awareness. Despite numerous challenges, the BYC remains steadfast in its mission, striving for the rights and recognition of the Baloch community. Pakistan's response to the Balochistan insurgency has been multifaceted, involving both military operations and political strategies. The government has launched numerous military campaigns aimed at suppressing the insurgents. Concurrently, there have been efforts to bring development to the region, though these initiatives often face significant challenges. Human rights organizations have frequently criticized the state's heavy-handed tactics, citing numerous allegations of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings. The Balochistan conflict has significant regional implications, affecting not just Pakistan but its neighbors as well. The instability in the region has the potential to spill over into Iran and Afghanistan, both of which have their own Baloch populations. Additionally, the strategic location of Balochistan, with its access to the Arabian Sea, makes the conflict a point of concern for global powers with interests in the region. The ongoing unrest complicates regional security dynamics and poses a challenge to international diplomacy. The roots of the Balochistan conflict are deeply embedded in socioeconomic issues. Balochistan is rich in natural resources, yet it remains one of the poorest regions in Pakistan. Many Baloch people feel marginalized and believe that they do not receive a fair share of the revenue generated from their land's resources. This economic disparity fuels resentment and has been a major driving force behind the insurgency. Efforts to address these socio-economic grievances have been sporadic and often insufficient. Chinese investments, particularly through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, have added another layer of complexity to the Balochistan insurgency. While these investments promise economic growth and development, they have also been met with resistance from insurgent groups. Many insurgents view these projects as exploitative, benefiting outsiders, while the local population remains impoverished. The security of Chinese nationals and investments has become a significant concern, prompting increased military presence in the region. This, in turn, has further intensified the conflict.